it's Max again. This week's video is about the top 10 pitch deck mistakes. I have looked at thousands of decks over the years, both from the investor side, also from the founder side, and as a pitch deck expert at base templates. So my top 10 starts out with number 1, claiming you have no competition. I have seen tens of decks with businesses and founders claiming, hey, there's no competition in this market. If your problem is really worth solving, I am sure that there is already someone building a solution for it, or at least another product that people are using at the moment. Number 2, asking for an NDA. I know it is important to protect your intellectual property and everything, but imagine an investor. They are looking at hundreds and hundreds of startups per year. If they would sign an NDA for each of these startups, they would just sign NDAs all day long. So make sure to protect whatever is worth of protecting in any other way, and then feel free to send out your deck. Because in the end, execution matters and not your idea. Number 3, too much text. So for most of the decks that I see, I would strip out at least half of the text. Because imagine, an investor is looking at a deck for around 2 to 3 minutes. We as founders have to make sure that they focus on the right things. So keep out everything that is unnecessary. Number 4, include too many slides in your pitch deck. Okay, I already told you an investor looks at a deck for 2 to 3 minutes. If we send over a presentation that is 30 or 40 slides, no one will care. So make sure to bring down everything that is important around your business to just 10 to maximum 15 slides. And you are totally free to add an appendix or additional slides in a meeting to that. Number 5, not assessing the competition correctly. So I think you have all seen these kind of competition slides where you have your graph and you position yourself as a company in the top right corner and everybody else in the top left corner. This is not really how the market should look like. So there are competitors that are doing a lot of good things, I guess. And you really have to show that to the investor, because it is also your job as a founder to assess the market correctly. And if you just say, hey, we are better in everything, no one will believe you. So make sure to use the competition slide to also show USPs of other competitors in that space. Number 6 is using several business models in once. So I have seen several business model slides where you have an affiliate business model, then you have a SaaS subscription model, and everything is combined in one slide. I don't really like them, and for me it's a red flag, because I feel like the founder don't know which business model will work out. So make sure to only focus on one business model first, and then obviously you can add other ones on top later on. But for the start, just focus on one business model. Number 7, unrealistic financials. So every VC loves a good hockey stick in terms of revenues and company growth, but it's totally unrealistic if you see businesses that claim, hey, we will have 1 billion in annual recurring revenue in just 2 years or something. So make sure that your projections really work out in the midterm, but also long term, and don't say something like, okay, we will scale to 1 billion in just 1 year, because this is like totally unrealistic. Number 8, just using buzzwords. I mean, you have heard it all yourself. AI, machine learning, crypto, and all these things. And I'm sure there's a lot of innovation happening in these spaces. But if you are just using these buzzwords, no one will really care. So make sure to really underline all the things that you are doing, and especially the technology that you are using, with actual data and actual things that anyone can understand who's reading the deck. Number 9, no use of funds. So imagine you have an investment opportunity slide and you want to raise $2 million. Make sure to include what you will use the money for and where it will bring you, because otherwise no investor will understand what they are actually investing in. And last but not least, sloppy design. So investors look at 10s, 20, 30 decks per day and imagine which decks go to the bin first. Obviously, it's the ones that are designed very, very poorly. So make sure to really have an outstanding design that an investor would probably open, and then you are good to go. Thank you so much for listening to this video on top 10 pitch deck mistakes. If you like that, leave a comment and a like below, subscribe to my channel, and I will come back next week with the next top 10 pitch deck mistakes.